Welcome to the Gigalife. Your passions, your stories, your life, simplified with just one app. This is the future. The Gigalife in just one tap. Experience more Giga moments when you make the smart choice. With the Philippines' fastest mobile data network. How do I know it's T1? Simple, smart ako.
Kaligayahan o kasiyahan? Yan po ang tema ng ating programa ngayong umaga. Ano ba ang tunay na kahulugan? Kaya tumutok lamang sa inyong paboritong kasama tuwing masayang Sabado ng umaga. Ito po ang Power and Play. Hatid sa inyo ng Big Boss Cement, Big Boss sa tatag, Big Boss sa tibay at ng Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum. Isa pong maganda at masayang Sabado sa inyong lahat mga kapatid. Nagbabalik po ako, si Noli Iyalas, para po sa Power and Play. At alam nyo, masayang-masaya ako. Bagamat mataas pa rin ang ating mga kaso, masaya po tayo. Unang-una, long weekend. Yung mga gusto pong magpahinga ngayong araw pong ito, medyo ito pagkakataon natin. Sumama kayo sa amin dito sa Power and Play. At tayo po magkakaroon ng magandang mga talakayan sa ating mga panauhin na talaga namang nagbigay sa atin ng kahulugan ng kaligayahan. Mamaya po makakasama natin sa ating programa ang isang mama na sa kanya ang kaligayahan po ay tungkol sa pagiging proud being a Filipino. Yan po ang si Architect Royal Pineda na gumawa po ng ating New Clark City Athletic Stadium na ngayon po ay kasama bilang nominado sa doon po sa kategorya ng World Architectural Festival na nalabanan po sa Portugal. Makakasama din po natin ang isang manlalaro, si Benedict Fernandez, dating pro sa PBA na ngayon ay maligaya na dahil nakita niya ang tunay na tagumpay sa pagiging retiro at sa kanyang kasama po ang kanyang pamilya. Of course, ang isa pa natin makakausap na exclusive ay si Rayray Parks Jr. na nahanap ang kaligayahan naman sa pamamagitan ng pagiging at peace in his heart. And finally, kaligayahan sa tagumpay, kaligayahan sa kagalingan. Yan po ang natamo ni Mark Magsayo at ni Coach Marvin Sumodyo. Mamaya, makakausap din natin silang lahat. Kaya po, tutok lamang ngayong Sabado ng umaga. Kinakamusta po natin lahat ng ating mga kaibigan at lahat po ng mga tagapakinig sa Radyo 5 92.3 News FM, sa 1PH on Signal TV, and of course, lahat po na nakatutok sa Facebook Live. Pero syempre, pasisimulan natin itong ating masayang Sabado sa pamamagitan po ng ating Sports Weekly Highlights. Martes, opisyal nang nagbukas ang 2020 Paralympics sa Tokyo, Japan. Ang pambato natin sa wheelchair racing na si Gerald Mangliwan na nakasama natin noong isang linggo ang nagwagayway ng watawat ng Pilipinas sa opening parade. 5 kababayan po natin ang pinadala sa Japan para lumaban sa swimming, athletics at taekwondo. Sa kasamaang palad, nagpositibo po sa COVID-19 ang powerlifter na si Ashiel Guion, maging ang kanyang coach at 2 sports officials bago pa makalipad patungong Japan. Pinagdarasal po natin, of course, ang agara nilang paggaling. Martes din, ang opisyal nang itinalaga ng Sacramento G.League affiliate na Stockton Kings, si Jimmy Alapag bilang assistant coach. Kasunod yan ang tagumpay niyang ikalawang kampanya kasama ang Summer League squad ng Sacramento. Magsisilbing assistant coach si Mighty Mouse kay Bobby Jackson na siya ring head coach sa champion squad ng Kings sa NBA Summer League. Tuloy-tuloy ang pagbuhos ng mabuting balita sa Philippine basketball noong ding Martes. 2 Pinoy ang nakuhang import sa magkaibang bansa. Una, si Jack Daniel animam na maglalaro ng professional basketball sa Serbia. Pumirma ang 22 anyos sa Radniki Kragujevac at magiging unang Pinay na makakalaro sa European professional play. Samantala sa Japan naman, pumirma si Rayray Parks Jr. Siya na ang ika-6 na Pinoy hooper na maglalaro sa B.League. Meron po tayo mamayang exclusive interview kay Rayray para sa kanyang unang TV appearance matapos mag-off the grid ng ilang buwan. Speaking of Japan, lumipad din papunta doon si Kiefer Ravena noong Miyerkules. Inasikaso na ni The Phenom ang mga papeles para rin sa kanyang paglalaro sa Japan B.League. Babalik din naman ng Pilipinas si Ravena para tapusin ang PBA Philippine Cup bago ang kampanya kasama ang Shiga Lake Stars. Miyerkules din, kinumpirma na ng PBA na itutuloy na ang All-Filipino Conference sa September 1. Sa darating na Miyerkules na po yan. Lilipat ang aksyon sa Don Honorio Ventura State University Gym sa Bacolor, Pampanga. Nasa Pampanga na ang mga kupunan at patuloy ang ensayo para sa pagbabalik ng liga. August 1 ang huling Philippine Cup game sa Pasig bago pansamantalang itinigil ang mga laro matapos maghigpit ng quarantine sa Metro Manila dahil sa pagtaas ng COVID-19 cases. At nitong Huwebes, inanunsyo na ng Philippine Sports Commission ang pagpapalit ng pangalan ng iba't ibang mga pasilidad sa Rizal Memorial Sports Complex bilang pagsaludo sa mga Olympian at atleta ng bansa. Ipinangalan kay Olympic gold medalist Heidelin Diaz ang weightlifting gym. Kay Teofilo Ildefonso ang unang Pinoy medalist sa Games, ipinangalan naman ang swimming pool. May nakaukit ding pangalan si Simeon Toribio sa track stadium ng compound. At ipinangalan naman kay Felicissimo Ampon ang tennis court. At yan po ang ating mga sports weekly highlights. Meron din lumabas na balita I believe today, na ang Kongreso naman po ay nag-iisip na magbigay din o i-memorialize din ang ating mga Olympians. So talagang ang momentum po ngayon ay nasa sa ating mga atleta. Ang balita ay yung pong New Clark City Athletic Stadium ay ipapangalan din kay Simeon Toribio at yung Aquatic Center naman ay kay Teofilo Ildefonso. So medyo magkakadoble-doble yan. Tingnan natin kung ano magiging usapan dyan. But again, it's great development for our athletes at sana nga ay tuloy-tuloy ang parangal para po lalo pang ma-inspire ang ating mga atleta na maghangad ng mas mataas pang tagumpay. Alright, pinag-uusapan natin ang tagumpay. Well, ang ating pong pupulson ngayong araw pong ito ay tungkol din po sa napakagaling na kababayan natin, ang ating pambansang kamao na si Senador Manny Pacquiao. Alam naman natin na bagamat hindi siya nagwagi kay Yordenis Ugas noong pong isang linggo, marami pa rin po nagsasabing hindi masama ang naging performance ng 42 anyos na boksingero. Kaya po ang ating pupulsuhan ngayong araw na ito. Ito po dapat na ba o oras na ba na magretiro si Senator Pacquiao mula sa professional boxing pagkatapos ng kanyang pagkatalo po kay Yordenis Ugas? At kung hindi naman, sino po sa tingin ninyo ang dapat niyang makalaban sa posibleng farewell fight po ng ating pambansang kamao? Ulitin ko po yan dapat na bang magretiro si Pacman? O kung hindi naman, sino ang dapat niyang makalaban sa kanyang farewell fight? Kung gusto niyo po makasama sa ating talakayan, mag-text lamang sa aming hotline 0908-208-0629 o di kaya mag-post sa aking Twitter account na @NoliIyala o di kaya sa aming Facebook page, Power and Play, o sa Facebook page ng Radyo 5 at ng 1PH. Mamaya po babasahin natin ang inyong mga pulso at ang inyong mga komentaryo. Alright, siyempre tuloy-tuloy tayo sa masayang Sabado. Ngayong araw pong ito at as usual, ang ating unang ipapasok na mga bisita ay ang ating mga fast takers. Ito po yung portion kung saan ang opinion ng inyong paboritong mga sports journalists ang ating maririnig. At ngayong araw pong ito, balik fast takers ang ating mga bisita, ang magkapatid na Terrado Brothers. Walang iba kundi si Ruben Big Ben ng Spin.ph at si Jonas ng Manila Bulletin. Magandang umaga. Ay, hindi ako nagsabi niyan ha, Ruben ha. Yung mga write-up natin ha. Tsaka, Jonas, good morning. Thank you for joining us again.
Good morning, Com.
Alam mo, nakakatuwa itong nangyayari na bago tayo mag-fast take na yung mga facilities natin na ipinapangalan na sa ating mga Olympians at saka sa ating mga atleta. Una-una, siguro, Ruben, ano ang take mo dyan? What is your take on that?
Com, para sa akin, pakama lang naman yun. No? Sabi nga ni Chairman Ramirez na yung at least parang ang kanilang goal dito ay makilala rin yung ating mga legends, no? Hindi lang sila Heidelin Diaz, pati na rin yung mga sila Chofilo Ildefonso, sila Felicissimo Ampon, at sila Simeon Toribio, to name a few. So ako, agree lang ako, Com, dun sa ginawa ng PSC na at least makilala rin natin yung iba nating mga legends of Philippine sports. Hindi lang yung present.
Jonas, obviously, marami pa yan and nabalitaan nga natin na pati si Kaloy Loizaga ay bibigyan na rin ng parangal sa pamamagitan ng pagpapangalan ng Ninoy Aquino Stadium. Meron pa bang ibang pasilidad na pwede nating pangalanan, Jonas, sa tingin mo?
Sa tingin ko marami pa yan eh. Pero kailangan i-identify natin yan, tsaka lalo na yung history nung atleta, kung narapat mo sa kanya yun. Like siguro si Kaloy Loizaga, na siguro siya ang pinaka-successful na basketball player sa ating bansa.
Oo. Talaga namang kailangan malaman yan at makilala ng ating kabataan. Kasi kasaysayan na yan eh. Marami sa atin nga, sa ating mga bata ngayon, hindi na nakikilala itong mga sports heroes na ito, nababasa na lang. Kaya mabuti ngang i-memorialize na yan. Maganda yung bill ni Congressman Martinez sa House na gagawa pa sila ng museum para sa mga Olympian. Sana nga ay maipasa yan at talagang ma-memorialize na ang kagalingan ng ating mga atleta. Alright. Alam na ninyo ang patakaran dito sa Fast Take, Ruben at saka Jonas, pato-pato sa langit, tamaan, huwag magagalit. Ang opinion nyo ang mahalaga pero walang mali, walang tama. Alright, so ang ating unang issue for the morning, punta tayo sa basketball dahil alam naman natin magbabalik na ang PBA, hopefully sa Miyerkules na ang pagsisimula ng ating or ang restart ng PBA Philippine Cup. So ang tanong, sino sa tingin nyo sa mga koponan ng PBA ang pinaka-nakinabang dun sa pahinga at siyang aalagwa dito sa restart ng PBA sa Bacolor, Pampanga? I'll begin with you, Ruben. You have 1 minute. Go!
Para sa akin, yung isa sa mga teams na talagang nag-benefit dun sa break ay yung TNT. Yung TNT had a 3-0 start, pero that was because dahil marami rin nangyari sa kanila, no? One of that is na-postpone yung kanilang mga games and they had to take a 1-week break. Tapos nagkaroon pa sila ng stretch na parang short rest yung kanilang mga games. But even with that, nakakuha pa rin sila ng 3-0 card. So at least yung start nila, kahit medyo nagkaroon ng problema sa simula, undefeated pa rin sila. So I think yung TNT yung isa sa mga teams na talagang nag-benefit dyan. At least when they return, back to zero lahat and uli sila, kumbaga, they could regain their form, no, even after that slow start. Ako, para din sa akin, yung Ginebra would also be there, naaalagwa, because known naman din sila to start slow. So I think yung Ginebra, isa rin yan sa aalagwa this coming conference.
Tama yan. Talaga itong Ginebra. Minsan nakala mo diesel eh. Pero ayaw ni Coach Tim ko niyan. But I agree with you, ang TNT, lalong-lalo na sa pagbabalik ni Mikey or yung pagpasok ni Mikey Williams, yung kanilang prize rookie. Jonas, same issue. Sa pag-restart ng PBA Philippine Cup, sino ang pinaka-nakinabang sa mga teams at sino naman ang aalagwa sa kanilang restart? You have 1 minute, Jonas. Go! Uy, parang walang audio si Jonas. Ayun, okay yun. Alright.
Kung magme-mention ako ng 3 teams, yung dalawa muna siguro, yung Magnolia tsaka San Miguel.
Yun.
Ang reason doon dahil makakatulong yan dahil sa injuries ni Paulie tsaka sa San Miguel si Terence Romeo. Dahil nagka-break nga tayo, lalong magkakaroon ng recovery time or makalaro ng maraming games yung dalawang players na yan. Tapos yung isang team na nakikita ko, medyo laglag sila sa standings pero parang pakiramdam ko yung Phoenix, kaya pa nilang makarecover dun sa 1-4 start nila. Nung game nila against TNT, na-prove nila na kung ano yung laro nila nung last year sa Bubble, kaya pa rin nilang ipakita dito. Ang kilang talaga, makalagwa sila pagbalik ng tournament.
Well, sa sinasabi niyong dalawa, Ruben at saka Jonas, mukhang maraming koponan ang talagang nakinabang at maganda itong pagbabalik ng PBA. Of course, sa akin, isa lang ang magkakaroon ng magandang benepisyo dyan. Tayong mga fans na finally babalik ang laro ng basketball. Na alam naman natin kahit ano pa sabihin ng mga kritiko, yan pa rin ang talaga namang pinapanood ng ating mga kababayan. Alright. Basketball pa rin ang ating second issue dito. Pero ito naman ay tungkol sa mga polisiya. Alam natin na naging very controversial yung pagpunta ng mga ibang pro players natin patungo sa Japan B.League. Ngayon, pati ang Korea naglabas na rin ng bagong patakaran na naglagay sila ng Asian Player Quota kung saan bukas na rin ang pintuan ng KBL, yung pong Korean Basketball League, na kumuha ng mga Pinoy basketball players. So ang tanong, dapat na rin ba na buksan ng PBA ang kanilang pinto para sa mga foreign players o ito ba ay makakasama sa liga? I'll begin with you, Jonas. 1 minute. Go!
Kung sa akin kung ibabalik natin yung Asian imports, hindi naman siya yung parang earth-shaking na pero it could tawag dito, it could give a spice para dun sa liga. Kasi madalas nasanay na tayo na puro yung mga imports na the usual na pumupunta rito. Siguro kung ibalik natin ng Asian imports, baka makapagbigay ng ibang kulay yung liga. Tinry na yan ng PBA itong mga 2015, 2016. Sinasabi lang hindi successful yun, pero bakit hindi natin ulit subukan? Hindi naman siguro kailangan mandatory for the teams. Siguro, but it has to be encouraged para siguro bukod sa being competitive, may makita ng ibang mga mukha ang mga fans.
Very good. Ginawa talaga natin yan before. Alam ko yun sa panahon ng, I think it was even si Commissioner Chito Salud pa yata, sinubukan din yan. And alam mo, syempre sa unang beses, mahirap di ba? Pero bakit tayo mag-give up? Alright, same issue, Ruben. Dapat ba nabuksan na ng PBA ang kanilang pintuan para sa mga foreign players o ito ba ay makakasama sa liga? 1 minute, Ruben. Go!
For me, dapat matagal nang nag-open up ang PBA sa mga sa mga Asian talents. But I think they have to answer 2 questions before they pursue this again. First is, are they willing to change the schedule? Siguro naging drawback dun sa naging experiment ng Asian imports is we weren't able to get the quality Asian imports. No? And for that to happen, dapat magbago yung calendar natin, katulad na ginawa mo, Com, dun sa nung naging time mo as PBA Commissioner. Kasi nga, merong kino-consider din nila yung FIBA calendar, yung ating mga Asian imports. Siguro second question na they have to answer is, will that be financially viable to the teams? Kasi baka mamaya, hindi rin naman magiging, kumbaga, hindi magiging, financially, hindi magiging pabor sa mga teams yan. And that might create another imbalance for the league. So, ako para sa akin, dapat matagal nang ginawa ulian ng PBA.
Excellent point. Excellent point. At dagdagan ko yung question na yan. Ano ba talaga ang dapat gustong puntahan ng PBA? I think yun ang dapat nilang i-consider. But ako, if you are a pro league, lumabang ka. Huwag kang magsara ng pintuan. Huwag kang matakot sa mga kalaban. Instead, you are Asia's first pay-for-play league. A play-for-pay league. Bakit ka hindi lalaban? And I believe really na dapat panahon na para buksan yung ating policy na yan, lalong-lalo na dun sa mga nasa ilalim na team. It could be the handicapping system para mabalanse ang liga, lalong-lalo na dun sa mga hindi pumasok ng playoffs. Alright, let's go to our third and final take of the morning. Basketball pa rin, ha? Kasi syempre, alam niyo po, basketball, masaya tayo, pabalik na ang PBA. Ito ang tanong, tungkol naman sa FIBA, alam natin na tayo ang mag-host ng 2023 World Cup at gaganapin na po ang draw. Alam niyo po yung draw, mga kapatid, yun po yung pipiliin na kung sino magkakasama sa isang grupo para malaman natin kung sino makakatapat natin papunta dun po sa mga medal rounds. So ang tanong, ano sa tingin niyo ang magiging favorable draw para sa Gilas Pilipinas? At ano-anong mga bansa ang gusto niyong makatapat ng Pilipinas sa FIBA World Cup 2023? I'll begin with you, Ruben. You have 1 minute. Go!
Kung para sa akin, ang favorable draw para sa Gilas Pilipinas ay yung unfavorable sa atin. Para sa akin, gusto ko makita na nasa group of death ang Gilas dahil well, qualified naman din tayo. Let's use this FIBA Asia qualifiers or FIBA World Cup qualifiers as a kumbaga developmental stage for our players. Remember, most likely yung ating mga PBA players won't be able to play this. So para sa akin, let's use this opportunity na ma-expose pa yung ating mga batang players. Siguro para sa akin, yung mga teams na gusto ko makita makalaban ng Pilipinas, yung mga hindi natin nakaharap ng FIBA Asia Cup. Siguro like a team like China, although nagkalaban sila sa tune-up game, maybe this would be beneficial for us. Maybe Australia, as Australia team, and perhaps siguro a Middle Eastern country like siguro Lebanon. So, yun, para sa akin, mas pabor sa atin kung group get tayo, Kom.
Ang bigat ng mga inihiling mo, at saka Australia pa, baka mamaya, wag tayong uulit sa mga kaganapan ng mga nakaraan. Same question, Jonas. Sino ang gusto mong, o ano sa tingin mo magiging paborableng draw or unfavorable draw na paborable? Sabi nga ni Ruben, para sa Gilas Pilipinas sa FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers, at sino naman ang gusto mo makatapat ng ating kupunan? You have another 1 minute, Jonas. Go!
Kom, ako, sangayon ako sa sinabi ng kuya ko. Kasi ang Gilas talagang sa punto na to hanggang sa 2023, kailangan ng mga ng games para mahasa yung talento nila. Pero hindi lang kailangan basta games na ganitong team na to o ganito. Ang dapat yung kalibre ng teams ang dapat na makuha nitong team na to. Dahil siyempre bata tong team na to at ang aim nga natin maganda pakita natin sa FIBA World Cup. Kailangan yung mga China, let's say China, Japan, Korea, yung mga teams na yung kilala nating malakas sa Asia. And kung yan ang papakita nating performance ay maganda, maging favorable sa atin yan pag tayo na yung host ng World Cup.
Ayos. Mukhang talagang ang inihiling ninyo ay sakit ng ulo, parang Coach Tampal to Pero mabuti nga yan para mahasa ang ating mga bata. Ako idadagdag ko isang team lang. Gusto ko yung host team, yung Indonesia. Kasi gusto ko maraming tao maraming nanonood. Kahit na alam natin tatambakan natin yan, gusto ko naman maramdaman. Kung papayagan na next year, kung papayagan na mga fans, gusto ko naman maramdaman ng ating Gilas na nandun yung ating mga fans na nanonood at marami rin ang tatanggap sa kanila. Alright, well again, as usual, very informative at masaya ang ating usapan. Maraming salamat, Ruben at Jonas, sa inyong pagpapaunlak and huwag kayong magsasawa sa Power and Play.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat din.
Alright, mabuhay kayo. Yan po mga kaibigan, ang ating mga kaibigan, si Ruben Big Ben, sabi nga nila ng Spin.ph at si Jonas ng Manila Bulletin. Ang Terrado Brothers, talaga naman, kita nyo naman ang usapan. Masayang masaya. Alright mga kaibigan, tuloy-tuloy po tayo sa ating palatuntunan ngayong umagang to. Siya nga pala gusto lang nating batiin po ang ating mga kaibigan sa St. Patrick's School na sabi sa akin ng kapatid ko si Sari Cruz, talaga namang suportang-suporta ang power and play. Alright, at this point, balikan muna natin. Bago tayo magpatuloy, balikan muna natin ang ilang mga events na naganap sa ating This Week in Sports History. August 23, 1978 or 43 years ago, hindi pa masyadong katagalan, ipinanganak ang isa sa mga magiging all-time greats ng basketball. Walang iba kung hindi si Kobe Bean Bryant, bunso at kaisa-isang anak na lalaki ng dating NBA player na si Joe Bryant at Pamela Cox Bryant, si Kobe. At talaga namang natural na sa basketball si Mamba dahil sa edad na 3 years old ay nagsimula na siyang maglaro. 5 NBA titles, 2 Olympic gold medals, 18 All-Star appearances at 1 Academy Award. Ilan lang yan sa mga nakalagay sa napakahabang resume ni Kobe. Pero ang pinaka-importanting na ibigay niya sa buong mundo ay ang Mamba mentality, ang pagpupursige para makamit ang pangarap anumang hamon ang dumating. Kobe Bean Bryant, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, was born this week in sports history. Grabe yan. Kaya hanggang ngayon, hindi po makalimutan si Kobe Bryant. Talaga namang pambihira ang galing at pambihira ang lakas ng pag-iisip. And talking about the Mamba mentality, well, ngayon pong araw pong ito, sisimulan na natin ang ating mga masasayang usapan dito po sa Power and Play. After yung napakasayang fast take, ito naman. Ang ating una pong panauhin, well, actually dalawa sila, ay kalalaban lamang. Kalalaban lamang sa Las Vegas. At siya po ay nagwagi sa... sandali lang. Wala pa ba? Wala pa yata, no? So mukhang aabangan pa natin ang ating pong magiging panauhin. Walang iba kundi ang si Magnifico, Mark Magsayo, na mukhang meron lang konting technical issues. Alright. Medyo ayusin po lang natin ang connections natin with Mark Magsayo. So we will take a quick break muna. Sa aming pong pagbabalik, ang ating interview kay Marvin Sumodyo at kay Mark Magnifico Magsayo dito po sa Power and Play, hatid sa inyo ng Big Boss Cement at ng Cherry Loop.
Welcome to the Gigalife. Your passions, your stories, your life, simplified with just one app. This is the future. The Gigalife in just one tap. Experience more Giga moments when you make the smart choice. With the Philippines' fastest mobile data network. How do I know it's T1? Simple, smart ako. Welcome to the Gigalife. Your passions, your stories, your life, simplified with just one app. This is the future. The Gigalife in just one tap. Experience more Giga moments when you make the smart choice. With the Philippines' fastest mobile data network. How do I know it's T1? Simple, smart ako.
Mayong buntag mga kaibigan sa ating mga tagapakinig po at tagapanood sa Cebu City and of course sa Tagbilaran, Bohol. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Tuloy-tuloy po tayo sa Power and Play at kagaya po ng aking ipinangako, ngayon po makakasama natin ang undefeated featherweight na ngayon po ay #1 contender ng WBA, si Mark Magnifico Magsayo at ang kanyang trainer and coach, Coach Marvin Somodio. Ayun! Kamusta? Maraming salamat unang-una, Mark at Coach Marvin. Maraming salamat sa pagsama sa amin dito sa Power and Play. Magandang araw sa inyo.
Magandang umaga, sir, at magandang umaga sa lahat ng nanonood niyan.
Coach Marvin?
Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat yan. At excited
Ano naman,
kami
talagang
makausap kayo ngayong araw.
ang kikisig, parang masayang-masaya. Unahin ko muna, Mark, kamusta? Kamusta ang recovery mo? Ayos na ayos ka na ba after yung laban mo?
Okay na po ako, sir, at naka-recover na yung katawan ko. At saka, kung pwede nga ito mag-training, training na ulit eh.
Talaga naman. Although talagang mabigat din ang pinagdaanan mo, pero nakakatuwang makita na maayos ka na. Coach Marvin, balitaan mo lang muna kami bago tayo maghuntahan tungkol sa mga kaganapan sa laban. Kamusta na ba yung gym mo? Tuloy-tuloy ba yung gym mo?
Matagal na pong nawala yung gym ko, sir. Balik na kami sa wildcard. Kasama yung si Coach Freddy.
So balik ka na kay Coach Freddy sa wildcard at pero patuloy ang pagtutok mo sa mga iba't ibang mga boksingero natin.
Opo, sir. Lahat ng mga boksingero na pumupunta sa wildcard, ako lang naman ang pinagkakatiwalaan ni Freddy. Kaya,
Nakakatuwa. Sino ba kasama mo dyan? Yung anak mo ba yan? Anak mo ba yung kasama mo dyan, Coach Marvin?
Opo, may nag-ayos kasi sa load ng bahay, kaya dinala ko muna
ayos.
Ayan, knockout.
Knockout din yung anak mo, ha? Nakakatuwa. Alright. Ito, balikan ko si Mark, ha? Mark, alam mo, nung yung laban mo, sabi ni Julio Ceja, papatulugin ka niya. Kaya sabi mo, papatulugin ko rin siya. Yun ang sinabi mo.
Opo.
Bakit masyadong kumpiyansa ka nung panahon na yon na kayang-kaya mong talunin yung Meksikano?
At subang tiwala ako kay Coach Marvin at saka ni Coach Freddy sa training namin, sa ginagawa namin, araw-araw. Nag-i-sparring ako, kaya tiwang-tiwala talaga ako na kayang-kaya ko patumbahin si Ceja. Buot loob ko.
Sa tingin mo, yung estilo ni Ceja, yun ay perfect para sa'yo talaga nung panahon na yon?
Perfect po kasi sugod siya ng sugod eh. Kinakain niya lang suntok ko. Lumambot.
Oo. Lumambot na parang karne, ha? Coach Marvin, bago natin puntahan yung laban mismo, kamusta si Mark Magsayo bilang isang boksingero even before the fight? Yung bilang isang tao na nag-iensayo sa ilalim mo, how is he and describe him as a fighter?
Si Mark Magsayo, nasa kanya yung ugali ng isang boksingero na talagang may patutunguhan. Yung dedikasyon niya sa training, yung wala siyang pakialam sa iba, basta training na siya. At sa puso, yung pinapakita niyang determination. Kahit napagod na sa ensayo, kailangan niyang tapusin yung round. Hindi siya nagko-complain. Gutom lang ang lagi niyang kinocomplain.
Hindi, pero marami ka na nahawakang boksingero, Coach Marvin. Anong kakaiba? How does he stand out? Anong kakaiba dito kay Mark?
Pagkakaiba sa kanya, yung may power siya, may speed siya. Tsaka, ang kagandahan dito, buong 12 rounds o mahigit pa sa training, hindi siya nag-fade kahit na masaktan. Yung parang nami-maintain niya yung yung lakas mula first round hanggang katapusan ng training.
Oo. Iyan, dala na rin ng kondisyon yun, Coach Marvin. Dala talaga ng pagiging maganda ang
Oo,
kondisyon nitong mga
isang
bata na to.
condition tsaka yung yung fighting spirit, yung will,
Oo.
yung nagdadala sa kanya.
Sa kabilang dako, Mark, kamusta si Coach Marvin bilang isang trainer at gaano kalaki ang naitulong sa'yo sa pag-improve mo bilang isang boksingero?
Sobrang saya ko kasi na-part ako sa team nila Coach Marvin tsaka ni Coach Freddy. Si Coach Marvin malaking tulong talaga sa akin bilang isang boksingero sa Wildcard Gym kasi marunong na ako magboxing eh. Kaya ang style ni Coach Marvin, tuturuan niya ako mga technique, paano mapa-accurate yung mga suntok ko, para paano tumama ng maayos. At tinuturuan niya ako ng mga magagandang technique talaga. Kaya pagdating sa laban ko, buong isip ko tsaka tiwala ko sa sarili ko na mananalo ako sa laban.
Marami nagsabi na itong laban mo kay Julio Ceja ay unang-una breakout fight mo, pangalawa title eliminator, alam natin yan. And of course, first time na lumalaban ka sa ilalim muli ni Senador Manny Pacquiao sa undercard niya. Naramdaman mo ba yung pressure? Yung dahil dun sa lahat ng bagay na yun, and of course, nanonood sa iyo ang ating pambansang kamao?
Sabi ko sa sarili ko, dapat hindi ako magpatalo sa laban na to. Kasi nanonood yung idol ko, papakita ko ang gilas. Kasi siyempre, idol natin yun eh. Kaya kailangan makakita ni Senator Manny ng impresibong panalo.
Talaga naman nakita natin na nanonood siya mula sa kanyang dugout, sa kanyang locker room. Kitang-kita naman niya yung suntok na tumama kay Ceja. Coach Marvin, ano ang game plan nung laban kay Ceja? Kayo ba, meron kayong bagay na, kumbaga, concern sa estilo ni Ceja o talagang sa tingin nyo, madali ito magiging laban na to? Anong naging game plan ninyo?
Para sa akin, lagi namin pinag-uusapan na itong laban na to madali lang to kasi nandiyan lang sa sarap mo. At saka, hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Coach Marvin.
Wala.
Hindi, go ahead.
Yeah. Yun. Yung kalaban kasi, yung style, nandyan lang sa harap. So, akala ko, magiging madali to kasi may tiwala ako sa lakas ni Mark. Ang problema, nung tinamaan niya, medyo nakadikit si Ceja. Kung hindi nyo napapansin, yung first round, nabagsak ni Mark. Pero sa kalagitnaan ng round, nakapasok yung mga body shots niya. So kapag tinamaan ka kasi sa tiyan, medyo mag-freeze ka, hindi ka ganong makagalaw at sunod-sunod. So medyo nag-aalala din ako pagkatapos ng first round. Sabi ko mukhang hindi maganda ito. So inihintay ko lang kung ano talaga pwede mangyari. Pero nung huli na, nag-adjust na kami na hindi natin kaya ng idaan lahat sa lakas. Kailangan medyo gulangan natin para makarecover ka at makabalik yung lakas mo. Kung napapansin nyo nung mga huling round, nakakagalaw na si Mark. Yung footwork niya nagiging maganda na, parang Muhammad Ali na.
Oo.
Yun yung naging solusyon.
Pero Coach Marvin, talagang nung una gusto niyo makipagsabayan. Yun ang sa tingin niyo, kaya niyo.
Sa tingin mo, yun yung una, kumpiyansa kami na kaya namin. Kung power sa power, kaya namin. Kung stamina ang pag-uusapan, meron din kami. Kaya, ayun, medyo nag-gamble kami. Kasi gusto namin magbigay ng magandang laban. Gusto namin maging ipakita sa kanila lahat na ready kami kung sa anumang caliber ng kalaban ang ibibigay.
Alright. Mark, nung napatumba mo si Ceja nung first round, nagkumpiyansa ka ba?
Medyo kasi alam ko groggy siya eh. Kaya lahat ng suntok na alam ko, binitawan ko. Eh nung nakaluwag-luwag na, nakahinga na siya, tsaka nag-reset na siya ulit. Ayun, nakadepensa na siya ulit. Kaya ayun, nag-relax na rin ako konti. Kasi baka maubusan tayo ng one dito.
Okay. Nung tinamaan ka nung round 5, ano ba? Aminin mo nga, nasaktan ka ba o medyo nagulat lang? Anong naging pakiramdam mo nung bumaksa ka nung round 5?
Nasaktan talaga ako doon sa body shot. Kaya napatakbo ako sa patras. Napatras ako. Tapos, nung nasandalan ako sa ring, akala ko body shot yung susuntok niya. Upper hook pala. Kaya yun, nagulat ako. Tapos, pero iniinda ko talaga noon yung chan. Yung chan na ako iniinda noon. Nagulat lang ako yung kamay ko nasa kaluntas na.
And dahil doon, ano ang mga naging adjustments na ginawa ninyo ni Coach Marvin at ni Coach Freddy?
Sabi sa akin na pagkatapos ng round na yon, sabi sa akin ni Coach Marvin sa 6 rounds, 7 rounds, hanggang 10 rounds, kailangan kong, pag napunta ako sa lubid, kailangan kong yakapin siya para matigil yung momentum ng mga suntok niya. Kasi doon siya malakas pag nakasuntok siya sa akin, tuloy-tuloy na kaagad. Kaya dapat mahinto yung momentum niya sa pagsuntok sa akin. Kaya ang style ni Coach Marvin, sabi sa akin, pag napunta ko sa corner, hawak lang, clinch lang, tapos tulak papunta sa gitna. Tapos suntok-suntokin lang yung mga mukha niya, yung mata niya, kasi magana. Kaya yun ang pinapinterian namin.
Okay. Well, Coach Marvin, sa tingin mo, nung natumba si Mark dyan, ikaw ba ay nagkaroon ng duda na makukuha niya itong laban na to?
Nung natumba siya, sir, tinignan ko siya, tumingin siya sa akin. Parang nagulat din siya. Mabuti
Nakita nga namin yun parang tumingin siya sa
oras.
corner, no? Oo, tama.
Oo. Konti na lang oras. Tapos pag nung tapos ng bilang, nag-bell na. Nung pumunta siya sa corner, kita ko yung mata, tulala. Nagtataka anong nangyari. Anong gagawin ko. Parang ganun yung nakita ko sa mukha niya. Pero yun lang, sinabi ko sa kanya, matapang ka. Huwag mo sayangan yung training natin. Huwag kang bibigay. Ganun lang. Pagkatapos ng instruction ulit, yung strategy ulit na ganun nga, higpitan mo yung yakap, ilakad mo. Tapos nung mga sunod na round, medyo okay na. Wala masyadong action, pero nakakahinga siya. Nakakapahinga yung katawan. Lalo na yung tiyan niya.
Yung bang pagpasok nyo sa 10th round mark, talagang plano na pagdating ng mga later rounds, talagang kumbaga ipipress nyo na si Seha?
Nung pagkatapos ng round 9, napapansin ko na pagod na siya. Naramdaman ko yung suntok niya, hindi na masyadong ganong kalakas tulad ng mga early rounds. Iba na yung lakas. Tapos dinandahan ko lang yung mata niya dito kasi namamaga na, doon niya yung pinupunturya ko. Kaya ayoko sa round 10, nakita ko yung mata niya, hindi na siya makakita. Kaya nagpakawala ako ng isang overhand na wild suntok. Tapos mama naman, ayun, nag-groggy, doon ko na binanatan. Kita ko ng tiyempo
Yeah. Well, talaga naman kitang-kita. And of course, marami nagsasabi na posible na maging kandidato yun for knockout of the year. And talagang, well-deserved. Lalong-lalo na yung patamang yun. Coach Marvin, it was a great win para kay Mark, yung laban na yan. At malaking pagsubok din yan, obviously, yung laban kay Julio Seha. Paano magiging mas mabuting fighter pa si Mark sa tingin mo?
Yung nangyari na yun, pabor sa kanya yun . Yun yung magdadala sa kanya, tataas ang kumpiyansa. Yung alam mo yun, kalagitnaan ng laban, parang gusto mo nang bumigay. Pero hindi ka bumigay. At napatunayan mo na kayang-kaya mo pala. So, yung experience na yun, ang magdadala sa kanya para sa laban sa World Championship. Yun nagpapatunay na handang-handa na siya para sa World Title fight.
Nakakatuwa. Magandang marinig yan na ready ka na, Mark. Pero sa sarili mo, Mark, satisfied ka ba sa performance mo? At ito pa, anong masasabi mo doon sa mga nagsasabing kailangan mo pa daw palakasin ang bodega?
Hindi nila alam yung pinaghirapan ko sa training kaya hindi nila alam palakasin. Pero sa totoo lang, araw-araw akong nag-sit ups para sa tiyan ko kasi alam ko yung kalaban ko, body puncher. Tandaan ko yun, hindi ako makakatagal ng 1 to 10 rounds kung mahina ang bodega ko. Kaya kaya kong tiisin, kaya kong tanggapin yung mga suntok niya. Pero dapat gamitan din ng utak kasi di lahat ng suntok na tatanggap natin.
Oo. Hindi naman pwedeng punching bag ika nga. Kailangan talaga medyo gandahan pa natin ang depensa. Lalong-lalo na pag napatapat na tayo sa mga talagang mga kampiyon. And talking about that, Mark, ano susunod? Gary Russell Jr., ano ang mga planong sinasabi sa iyo ngayon?
Sabi lang sa akin ni Sir Sean, pag nanalo ko sa laban, baka sa next fight, world title shot na. Pero kung hindi aakyat si Gary Russell ng 130, baka kami maglaban kasi ako na po yung mandatory challenger niya. So, kung hindi siya aakyat, kami maglalaban. Pero kung aakyat siya, baka mag-vacant yung WBC.
Hanggang mga kailan sa tingin mo ang pinaplano sa iyo? Kung if ever pwede kang lumaban ulit, ano sa tingin mo mga buwan?
Mga December siguro lalaban ako or baka early next year.
Alright. Coach Marvin, hanggang saan sa tingin mo kayang abutin nitong si Mark? Kaya ba nitong pagkatapos ng featherweight, umangat pa ng umangat?
Yung sa timbang na ngayon, sir, ano siya malakas siya ngayon sa timbang. Kaya kung maaari, ma-maintain natin ito hanggang sa makuha niya yung title. Pero pagdating naman sa performance, sa lakas, sa tingin ko kaya niyang umangat sa 130. Baka 135 sa susunod. Pero kailangan isa-isa muna. Patunayan muna natin sa 126, featherweight, na tayo pinakamagaling. Then susunod na natin ang susunod na division.
Are you confident, Coach Marvin, na si Gary Russell ay kayang talunin ng ating bata na si Mark?
Kumpiyansa
Sa
ako,
panahon na
syempre.
ngayon, sa panahon ngayon, oo.
Sa panahon ngayon, kahit sino sa 126, kumpiyansa ko na si Mark Magsayo ang magiging number 1. Basta bigyan lang nila kami ng tamang panahon na mag-prepare at dapat alam namin kung sinong kalaban at mapag-aralan namin.
Galing, ang galing. Alright. Mark, alam mo, ito, isang tanong, of course, si Senator Manny Pacquiao ay hindi natin alam ang magiging future niya. Maaaring nasa sa mga huling laban na yan, or in fact, sabi niya nga, pwede pa siyang magretiro. May mga naghahambing na sa iyo ngayon kay Senator Manny Pacquiao, lalong-lalo na dahil maraming coincidence na nangyayari. Ikaw ay pinanganak nung panahong nag-debut si Senator Manny Pacquiao. Ikaw ay isa sa mga paborito mong laban ay yung laban ni Senador Manny kay Juan Manuel Marquez. At marami pang iba no, na kahambing yung power, yung speed. Sinasabi ni Freddie Roach, baka daw mas magaling kang puncher but nakikita niya yung estilo, yung style at yung puso mo na kagaya rin ni Senador Manny Pacquiao. Ano ang reaction mo sa mga comparison na gano'n, Mark?
Natuwa ako kasi na naihambing lang ako kay Senator Manny Pacquiao. Pero para sa akin, focus lang ako sa mga darating kong laban, sa mga darating kong training sparring sa gym. Kaya kung ano man ang maibigay sa akin ng Panginoon, lubog ko, tatanggapin ko po para sa akin naman yun at saka sa Pilipinas.
Coach Marvin, is si Mark ba ang susunod na malaking superstar ng boxing, hindi lamang sa ating bansa, kung hindi sa buong mundo?
May potential. Pero boxing ito. Hindi tayo pwedeng magsabi ng siya na kaagad. Pagtatrabahuan natin at performance ang ipapakita. Kaya natin yung mga tao magsabi. Kailangan hindi tayo mawala sa focus. Huwag tayo maging high masyado para ang work ethic hindi magbabago.
Hindi magbabago. Sana nga, hindi magbago. Bago kayo pakawalan, let me just ask you about Senator Manny Pacquiao. Lalo-lalo na ikaw, Coach Marvin. Ang sinasabi ng senador ay kayang-kaya sana si Ugas kung hindi nag-cramps yung kanyang mga binti. Ang tanong ng marami, yung lalong-lalo na yung mga hindi naman masyadong involved sa boxing, hindi ba yung cramps ay senyales ng isang bagay? Ano ba yon? Senyales ba yon ng overtraining o tumatanda na siya?
Alam mo yung cramps na yan, dati pa yan. Minsan nangyayari sa training, nagkakataon. Pero yung laban na yun, parang doon mismo sa araw ng laban epekto yung cramps na yan. Kaya hindi natin alam. Hindi sigurado kung ano talaga yung dahilan doon. So pag gusto pa niyang lumaban, ano magagawa natin kundi suportahan. Kasi bago pa ako naisama sa team, 8 Division World Champion na siya. So
Oo.
wala akong karapatan kung sabihin kung ano man yung gusto niya sa buhay.
Mark, ikaw, ano sa tingin mo? Dapat na bang magretiro ang ating pambansang kamao?
Para sa akin, sir, kahit isa, farewell fight, ganun. Para makandrikad tayo.
At dun sana ang World Championship fight mo rin. Sabay kayo ni Senador Manny.
Opo, sana po, sana. Pero
Oo.
kahit kung anong desisyon po ng senator, suportahan po natin kasi idol na idol ko talaga. Kumbaga siya yung hero ko eh.
At siya rin ay hero ng marami. And of course, marami ngayon ang tumitinghala sa iyo, Mark. At sana'y kahit pa paano, lagi natin sinasabi, walang papalit kay Senador Manny Pacquiao. Pero meron laging bagong mukha na maaari nating ipagbunyi at ikarangal. At ikaw na nga yung isa dyan, at sana'y tuloy-tuloy na. Sabi nga ni Coach Marvin, sana hindi ka magbago at patuloy na maging gutom ka para sa tagumpay ng ating bayan. Mark, huling mensahe mo sa iyong mga fans.
Sa lahat ng mga nanonood niyo at nakikinig at sana suportahan niyo pa ako sa darating kong laban sa sunod na World Title Shot at maraming salamat sa suporta na binigyan niyo sa amin sa yung laban namin sa August 21. Kaya maraming salamat sa lahat ng Pilipino sumuporta. Mabuhay kayong lahat.
Mabuhay ka, Mark. At Coach Marvin, maraming salamat sa panahon binigay mo. Sana ay patuloy na alagaan mo ang ating mga boksingero. Pinagmamalaki ka namin, Coach Marvin. Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat sa inyo.
Alright, mga kaibigan. Yan po ang ating mga pinagmamalaking kasama na ngayon ay talaga nagbibigay ng karangalan sa ating bansa. Ang ating undefeated featherweight, si Mark Magnifico Magsayo, at ang isa sa pinakamagaling na trainer ng boxing ngayon, ang protege ni Coach Freddy Roach, si Coach Marvin Somodio. Pambihira. Sana po ay tuloy-tuloy ang maging tagumpay nila. Bago tayo mag-break, isang paalala lamang mula sa Smart. Puso Pilipinas is a movement to celebrate the Filipino athlete powered by Smart. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Get a chance to win exclusive Puso Pilipinas merch by sharing their Facebook page in your social media accounts with hashtag Puso Pilipinas. The Gigalife App is the latest mobile app from Smart that lets you discover and enjoy your passions with the different Giga promos. It can be downloaded and used by Smart Postpaid, Smart Prepaid, Bro Prepaid, and TNT subscribers via the Apple or Google Play Store. What can the Gigalife app do for me? Check your balance. Monitor your current subscription. Top up using debit credit card. Subscribe to the latest Giga promos. Monitor your data consumption. Auto-detect your mobile number when you are connected to Smart Network one-tap subscription to the most popular offer, Giga Video 99. At ang Power and Play po, of course, is powered by Smart. Alright, mga kaibigan, we are just about ready para sa ating susunod na panauhin. Ito po ang kauna-unahang ibibigay na interview nitong ating susunod na panauhin since siya po ay nag-sabbatical. Hindi nga siya nagpunta sa social media dahil sa naging kontrobersya na kinasangkot niya nang siya po ay umalis mula sa kanyang kupunan sa TNT doon po sa PBA. At ngayon, siya po ay patungo na at nandun na nga sa Japan para maglaro sa Japan B.League. Ito po ang exclusive na panayam ng Power and Play with the Japan Nagoya Diamond Dragons pro player Rayray Parks Jr. And as promised, ladies and gentlemen, joining us from Nagoya, Japan, no other than Rayray Parks Jr. Kumbawa, konnichiwa, I don't know what it is, but I hope you're brushing in on your Nihongo, Ray.
Yeah, definitely learning. Koko
How are you?
nite shawasha desu. Thank you for having me.
Oh,
Koko
terrific.
nite shawasha desu. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Ray, how long have you been in Japan?
I've been here since the 20th. So I arrived 20th morning, which is Friday, if I'm not mistaken.
Dolphins.
And yeah, been here since then, been in quarantine.
I guess because of course the news only came out this week, so you knew about this whole thing pretty much earlier than all of us, obviously. Can you tell us, can you tell us,
Dolphins.
walk us through the days and the events leading to the signing, Ray?
Well, it was the strangest process, to be honest. It was a long process being able to try and get my paperwork, my visa, especially with things being locked down right now in the Philippines. But I was blessed enough to have people around me that, gave me a helping hand. And to the management of Nagoya, they did a great job of filing my papers, being able to give me the documents that I needed. And I'm very thankful for them. So I was anxious, excited, and really, I didn't really know what to expect because of, how the rules and the quarantine changes from nowadays. You can't really tell what will happen if the numbers are going up or going down.
Right. So are you in quarantine?
Yeah, I'm actually in quarantine for 14 days. It's mandatory once you fly out here.
All right. Well, it wasn't easy, obviously, getting to this day, getting to this point in your career, and you went through a lot. Can you describe to us your feelings now that you are at this point and about to start a new journey in your career?
I'm relieved. I'm happy. I'm excited. And, I'm on the path of just trying to find peace and serenity and falling in love with the genuineness of basketball again. Being away from the game for so long, I'm just excited to be back. I never stopped working out, continued to stay ready, and was definitely hungry. But now, given the opportunity with a fresh start and a new beginning in a new city, I can't wish for it to be any better. I'm definitely happy to be here.
How welcoming have the Nagoya Diamond Dragons been to you, Ray?
Oh, they're treating me so well, to be honest. They're very welcoming. They're very genuine. They're very warm and accepting and excited to have me in the program. And same way for me. I'm excited to represent the program in the city of Nagoya and really just to put on that jersey and really contend this year.
Well, that's a terrific team. One of the old franchises, of course, in Japan, and it's a tradition. It has a very rich legacy. But of course, all of these didn't come in a snap of a finger. It started with a chain of events, actually. And I don't want to touch on everything, but I know it started with an announcement that you made on Instagram about your decision to excuse yourself from the PBA season for personal reasons. And of course, that led to that particular post led to another post from Boss MVP, and to other reactions from the PBA. You said in an interview that not a lot of people know your side of the story.
Right.
Would you? I don't. You don't. I know that it's very difficult, but would you give us your side of the story now, Ray? What was the real reason for your decision to say that you'd like to be excused from the PBA?
With everything that was happening, there's a lot of things that dove into it. And that whatever was based on the media was one-sided and one-sided the story, because I firmly believe there's always two sides to the story. But everything that I did was in good faith, and my heart was in the right place when it came to everything. And it was very clear that I wanted to prioritize my family and taking care of my family. I didn't go into specifics of what or anything like that, but at the end of the day, I did everything with a good heart, and people may not understand it right now, nor will they ever, probably. But the people around me and the people nearest and dearest to me hold that my character holds truth, and that, like I said, I did everything from a loving standpoint, in a sense.
Right.
So I'll allow the people that I'm nearest to and closest to vouch for me and to know my part of the story rather than that. But when it came to the miscommunications and all that, I'd humble myself and just say I apologize for any misunderstanding, whether it's maybe the TNT family, to the PBA, or even to the fans. You know, I just hope that they give me the benefit of the doubt that my heart was in the right place. And, going forward, that they can continue to support me in this journey. And you may not like me, but hopefully you can support me as a fellow kababayan na nasa ibang bansa trying to represent our country.
You know, I've known you for so long, Ray. I know your dad. He was a very good friend of mine. I was with him in his final few days, final few weeks, and I know you how close you are to family, and that's why when you said that this is for family reasons, you know, I cannot doubt that because I've seen how close you are to your mom and to your brother and to your dad. How did your family take all of these in the first place, Ray?
That's the thing that hurts the most, to be honest. I'm fine with people, you know, crucifying my name and hurting me, but then when it affects the people that I love, that's when it really gets to me. Because, like I said, my mother, my sister is able to read some of these things, and you know, with social media nowadays, things are really out there, in the sense of, you know, sometimes we say words that we can't hold these people accountable for, but then we have to realize that we're all human beings. We all have family. We all have loved ones. And it hurts me seeing my mother cry. It hurts me when, you know, my family members are, you know, hey man, I really want to, gusto ko tang paglaban, gusto ko to. But at the end of the day, I have to just tell them this, you know the truth, you know really what happened. And, you know, God is sovereign and he will vindicate me and us and really pull us through these tough times. But at the end of the day, my support cast was great. And like I said, God vindicated me. I'm here in a great opportunity right now, trying to take advantage of this, great next chapter.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah.
Well, you've talked about that and how hard it was for your family. But for you, Ray, the last 6 months, you've been very quiet. I noticed that you have not even gone to social media. I saw a latest post in IG, but that was already like 6 months after, about 5 months that you've been very quiet. What has been the most difficult part in this whole, during this whole time that, up to this point where you're now about to start a new career?
It's just tough because, you know, really being away from the game that I love is tough. And being away from, of course, my country is always tough, but it is the necessary sacrifice needed. But during the time, mentally, it was tough for me because, I mean, I'm only a human being. I have feelings too, and just the words that are blurted out there and the thoughts that you guys have no idea what's going on, and really the parts that went down, that there are two sides to the story, but like, I don't want to push up on that. It's more of, can we please move forward? But the crazy part about it is throughout all those months, it was still about me. I was still being attacked. It kept rolling each and every month. And I got tired of it. It's like, aren't you people tired? Because I am. I feel like I was being crucified for something that I did that was better off for me and my family. And yeah, it may be questionable from afar if you do not know the story. But then if you are in my circle, then you know my character. And for me, my dad installed a lot of, himself in me. And I can firmly believe that. That's why I'm junior. So you guys see me grow up,
Right.
see the type of home I came from, and it tends to hurt me at times to question my character amidst everything, because all I did was show love for the game and was very true and genuine in my passion and in my craft, that I worked hard each and every day. And at the end of the day, I am an extension of my father. I am the next bloodline. I am another chapter into it. So I just want to bring honor to the Parks family name, and also to his legacy and to my own legacy.
And that's saying a lot. And that's carrying a lot when you say that, you're just carrying on what your dad did, because obviously Bobby Parks was truly one of the best on and off the court. Ray, let me ask you this. During this whole time, did you ever doubt that you could play again professionally?
To be honest, when it came to the hard work and stuff like that, I knew that I still had a lot more in me, but it was just more of like the business side of things, which was, you know, at the end of the day, everything is capitalism. Everything is still a business at the end of the day. That's the thing that we have to accept. And, you know, to deal with everything off the court, it's tough at times. So if it got to the point where I had to step away from the game in order to take care of my family, whom is my priority, of course, then I would step away from it. I would step away from the game that I love, even if it's tough for me. But at the end of the day, my father always instilled in me that it is, you know, God, family, then career. So for me, that's the biggest thing. I have to really stick to my priorities and to my foundations.
During that whole time that you were away from the game, what did you learn about yourself, about the game, and I guess about you know, things that matter to you moving forward?
Well, you definitely can't please everybody. That's one thing. You definitely can't please everybody, but as long as your heart is in the right place, then, you know, like I say, God will vindicate you. And my faith got me through a lot. But when it comes to myself, it's more of like, I know I could be happier. And that's why beginning this chapter, I know that I am in the right place and God gave me the right opportunity. So I'm excited to take advantage of this opportunity. And really, I am happy now, you know, coming from a dark place like that, being away from the game and just being in the shadows, you know, it feels good to come out back to the light and be out there on the floor.
Oh, that's terrific. Mga kaibigan, yan po ang unang parte. Ipapakita po natin yung kalahati ng panayam natin kay Ray Parks Jr. Marami pa siyang nasabi, especially about his playing now dun po sa Japan B.League kasama ng kanyang koponan ang Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Magbabalik pa po ang Power and Play hatid sa inyo ng Big Paw Cement at ng Cherry Loop.
Welcome to the Gigalife. Your passions, your stories, your life, simplified with just one app. This is the future. The Gigalife in just one tap. Experience more Giga moments when you make the smart choice. With the Philippines' fastest mobile data network. How do I know it's T1? Simple, smart ako. Welcome to the Gigalife. Your passions, your stories, your life, simplified with just one app. This is the future. The Gigalife in just one tap. Experience more Giga moments when you make the smart choice. With the Philippines' fastest mobile data network. How do I know it's T1? Simple, smart ako.
Bago po natin ibalik ang ating interview with Ray Parks Jr., gusto ko lang po magpasalamat sa lahat ng tagapagtaguyod ng Power and Play. Una sa listahan, of course, Big Boss Cement, Big Boss sa patatag, Big Boss sa tibay. Nandito na ang Big Boss Cement, di basta matitibag, approved sa kalikasan at sobrang abot kaya. Big Boss Cement is the first eco-friendly cement company in the Philippines. First and only cement that is produced with low to 0% of high carbon footprint materials. Big Boss Cement, Big Boss sa tatag, Big Boss sa tibay. Marami din po salamat of course sa Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum. Sa ganitong pabago-bago ang panahon, mga kapatid, sobrang init tapos biglang uulan. Kailangan natin ng matibay at protektadong bubong. Dapat ang bubong ay yerong may aluminum. Kapag may aluminum, tsak ang pangmatagalan. At isa lang ang alam kong dekalidad na yerong may aluminum, yan ang Cherry Loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero. Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum. Maraming salamat kay paring Elmer Ngo. Katuwang din natin, of course, ang Elms Resto Bar Group with branches at Elms Tapas and Winery located in Calle Bistro, Commonwealth, Quezon City, at Elms Grill and Bar sa Poblacion, Makati. You may call their mobile number 0977-157-0499 o 0966-854-4048 or visit their FB and IG pages at Elms Resto Bar Group for reservations and inquiries. Thank you also to Joyride, ang bago ninyong kasundo. Dahil ayaw naming nahihirapan ka, book Joyride Motorcycle Taxi now and experience hassle-free commute. Kapag delivery naman, Joyride ang gamitin. Bagsak presyo pero hindi ang serbisyo. Joyride is now on its lowest rates ever. And of course, our latest offering, the JR Mall. So download the latest super app ng Joyride. Thank you also, of course, to Makakasama Professional, your school of makeup artistry, the official makeup of Power and Play. Maraming salamat, of course, sa Skin, your face and body anti-aging center with branches at Wilson Street sa San Juan City and Alabang Town Center in Muntinlupa City. For inquiries, please call 0917-890-1640 or 0977-809-8886. Marami din salamat of course sa Presiderm. Mga kaibigan, sa panahon ngayon, sa gitna ng pandemya, higit natin kailangan din ang mga taong ating maasahan, mga lugar na makakapagbigay sa atin ng kaligtasan, mga bagay na ating kakapitan sa anumang oras. Yung sigurado, yung pwede nating tawaging most trusted, parang Presiderm, your most trusted skincare. Thank you also to Jario Milenio, the official media partner of Power and Play, at sa Umami Bowl, the best gyudon and katsudon bowls. For inquiries, please look them up at their IG pages. And of course, ang Power and Play po is powered by Smart. Alright, at this point, ibalik na po natin ang second part ng ating panayam with Ray Parks Jr. That's a great way to put it, from the light, from the darkness to the light. And, let's talk about that light right now in your life, in your career. The Japan B.League now playing for the Nagoya Diamond Dragons. Before I ask about your team and the league, were there any other offers that you were considering outside of the B.League?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, there were other offers, but then when it came to the people that I was working with, they said that this is the best opportunity for me. This is the right spot when it comes to like the city, when it comes to the coaching, when it comes to the management support and the country itself. So as soon as this was open, I grabbed it and you know what? I trust you fully. Let's do it. And Japan is a country that I've never been to. So
really?
Yeah, and I love the culture. So for me, it's
No,
just
are
studying
you
up
telling
on
me
it.
that this is your first time in
Yeah,
Japan? My
yeah,
goodness, really?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
how are you? What is your first impression of the city, of the country?
People are so genuine and kind, to be honest. Like, I mean, I read about the culture, like I said, the honor, and really just how much they care about one another and even treat another person, even regardless if you're a tourist or you're a local. And the respect that they have for one another is ridiculous. So for me, I just want to be an extension and a representation of that for the city of Nagoya. I mean, it couldn't be no better. Like, they're very genuine people, very helpful. From the bottom of my heart, they're just great people.
All right, all right. Well, I know that your considerations, you've said it, is, it's the culture in Japan, it's probably the competition, it's also
Yeah,
the
definitely.
legacy of your team, obviously. But let me just go very, very candid about this. Was it also about the terms of the contract?
I mean, I feel like that really helped also in the sense of giving financial stability when it came to, like I said, taking care of my family, taking care of myself. And I'm not getting any younger. And basketball, I know for a fact that it gets to a point where the ball will stop bouncing. And I want to prepare myself for that, which is, that's for everybody. I want to have food on the table. I want to have clothes on my back, and I want to have a shelter to have and call my own. And for me, it's okay to dream. It really is okay to dream. And as long as you continue to work hard, God will grant you those opportunities. And like I said, to be able to play the game that I love and still represent the country, the Philippines, in the best way I can, which is through the game of basketball and my passion. And then on the side of that, you know, something that would help me financially set up my future and my family and take care of the people I love, then that was just a bonus.
Right. Well, obviously, you're truly in a better place. And talking about, playing and representing the country,
Yeah.
you actually, this is actually your second time to play as quote unquote an import. You've been with the ABL, but you're playing with Alab, and obviously you were still playing as a local. But when you played in the NBA G League, obviously you were playing as a Filipino who was in a foreign country. So this is the
Correct.
second time that you are playing as an import in a foreign country.
Mm.
What is the difference right now between you in the G League and you now going to play in the B.League? And how do you think are you better prepared for this particular stint?
I feel like everything that I deal with and went through, all the obstacles and the challenges I faced to get to this point, really built me up into who I am today, and it really helped hone and shape me on and off the floor to be prepared to be here and, like I said, be an import. The same way how it was in the G League, it was tough. Like I said, I had thoughts of, I'm packing my bags, I'm on the road, I'll do whatever it takes to make it to the top. And it's the same thing right now. I have the Philippines on my back. I have, I have my family, my loved ones that's supporting me, even if they are afar. I know that I'm doing the necessary things and making the necessary sacrifices in order to help out for the bigger picture.
Mhm.
So with that, it's giving me peace, knowing that I'm doing something that's going to be bigger.
Are you ready for the responsibilities of playing as an import? You know how hard that is.
To be honest,
you got a
I mean,
bullseye right there. You're part of an Asian player quota. You got in because of a change in the rules. Are you ready for the pressure and the responsibility of playing as an import?
every time I touched the floor, I felt like I always had a responsibility and a chip on my shoulders and a bullseye on my back. I mean, I felt like every time I stepped on the court, I had to play like an import, whether it may be in the ABL, whether it may be in the G League, whether it may be in the PBA, and quite frankly, now it's just more of like a title. Like, yeah, you are an Asian import, but then I felt like I've been doing the responsibilities needed of an import. But at the end of the day, it feels good right now to say that Dad, you and I both are imports.
Well, I know. That's my next question, and I think it's really significant for many people to understand, especially those that never saw your dad. But The respect I have for Bobby Parks is tremendous. He's one of the most decorated imports in the PBA, perhaps one of the greatest that ever played in the PBA. And now that you are an import as well, tell me, what would your dad tell you and advise you to do as an import?
Well, he would just tell me continue to be a professional in what I do, and every tips and tricks that he would tell me every now and then, even when I was in the Philippines. Just watching game film and telling me to be more aggressive, making sure that I'm making the right decisions, and try and get a bucket, because if you don't score, do anything right.
You're not earning your pay.
Yep, they'll ship you out of there real quick. Everybody wants to be in your spot, and it's a blessing to have your spot. So continue to prove yourself each and every time you step on the floor. And the best way he put it is put on a show. That's what he always told me. Put on a show.
Well, I'm sure you will. It's so strange how 6 months ago, compared to now, how different you are, Ray. 6 months ago, you gave an interview to one of our friends, Kenito Henson, and you said that you were ready to walk away from basketball because of the inability to come to terms with your mother club, or the verbal abuse that you've had on social media with some of the fans. Obviously not, because many still support you, Ray. And so the question I have for you is, through all this time, do you feel that you were misunderstood by people that didn't know you?
I mean, I felt like hopefully you get to know me for who I am rather than what you read and write, because now it's the 21st century. Everything is a prerogative. Everything is, can be taken out of context for what it is, to be honest. That's one of the biggest things that I realized. But hopefully you get to know me for me. And, my thing is, it's easy to read about somebody, but it's not that easy to get to know somebody and really see who they are and see where their heart lay. Because like my dad always told me, you can tell anybody anything, just depends on how you say it. So you get to feel that presence and that energy from a person that is in front of you, rather than reading from something that's in black and white, and better yet, not hearing the full context of everything. So I felt like I was kind of misunderstood, but I tried. One thing I know I had peace with is I tried doing everything that I can to win the hearts over, whether it may be doing an interview, not doing an interview, just focusing on basketball, giving you what you want. But then it gets to a point where like you want to do something for yourself that makes you genuinely happy. And it comes with a lot of people not understanding it, but it's worth it, because you get that peace and serenity, and it's nothing more fulfilling than that.
Well, you've faced criticism in the past, and obviously it will not be the last, because now, as you said, you're playing as an import, and there will be more pressure for you to deliver. There will be more scrutiny on your game, because I guess people will be looking at your game with a microscope. Tell us, Ray, how do you deal with criticism? Do you get inspired? Do you get inspired to prove your critics wrong?
Yeah, definitely. It fuels my energy, fuels that fire. But, by having the last name Parks, I feel like I was under the microscope at a young age, if I'm being honest. I mean, like, that's the thing, at times people may take it the wrong way, that I would rather keep things private. It's because it's just when it comes to people critiquing my game and people misunderstanding me, people criticizing me, my thing is I focus on the good group of people that I have around me, and that genuine love that we have for one another, in a sense where it hurts more when you say something bad to a person that you're intimate with and that it hurts more, it cuts deep. But then if you're not intimate with a person and you don't really know them that much, then they can say whatever, and like, I don't know you, so I mean, at the end of the day. But it's more of that. Like, it tends to stack up. During the time that I was in my dark place, it stacked up, that made me feel like everything that I did in the past went to nothing. It's like, you don't see that I represented the country. I did everything I could possibly do to make things right. I sacrificed. I went across the grain. Like, I don't know what else would you want me to do, but now I found and basically just bit the bullet and just said, you know what? Let me just be happy.
Yeah.
And
Well-
at whatever cost it was, I just want to be happy, and I want to open doors to the borderless boundaries of basketball.
One thing I like about the Parks, you guys are always happy. I knew your dad to be very happy. We had very good moments traveling. I saw you in 2010 when you represented the country in the Youth Olympic Games. And you were so young then, and so much potential, so much hope. I saw how proud and happy your dad was. But that also talks about representing your country all the time. And so I guess now that you are representing again the Philippines in the B.League, how excited are you to do this again, Ray? And is this something that just puts so much gas in your tank once more?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited because one thing about when I was playing in the ABL is that traveling and being able to see the Filipino communities and represent them and see how proud they are, like it brings tears to my eyes because these guys are OFWs and they're working hard abroad. They're making the sacrifices. They uprooted and trying to make a living. And now I'm in the same boat as them. I'm technically like an OFW also that's working hard overseas, trying to feed my family, trying to take care of my loved ones, and just to have that camaraderie and have everybody come out and support and be in that community. It's a beautiful thing that, it's something that you would really cherish because these guys and these people, they pay their hard-earned money to come and watch you play. And you just want to give them a show. You want to show them love. You want to represent them the right way. So you'll give 110% each time you come out there and play.
Well, you are an OFW now. That's why people will be looking at you like that, and I think a lot of Filipinos will be supporting you then. Ray, you're going to be playing against an old rival. Kiefer is there playing as well in the B.League. Of course, 30 has been there for a while, and you've got the Deliano brothers. You've got Ken Mark Carino checking in there. How exciting is this, and what do you look most forward to when you play these guys?
To be honest, it's going to be competition because, like I said, we're all OFWs trying to feed our families. But then as soon as we step off the court, it's bigger than what's on the court, I feel, because now we're representing the whole country and showing that, basketball is borderless. And at the same time, like, you need to expand your horizons in the sense of allowing the game of basketball to give you different opportunities and to be able to allow you to travel, to be able to provide for your family and play the game that you love, really. So I feel like people should take advantage of that and, be open-minded to that. But when it comes on the court, that's a lot of great talent here. There's a reason why they're here and got recruited. Mm-hmm. And all I can say is that I'm proud of everybody and I'm excited to go up in competition with everybody because, you want competitions. Iron sharpens iron. And these kids and this talent, like I said, everybody that you name are here for a reason. And all you want to do is compete with them. But then at the end of the day, we're still brothers. We come from the same country. We represent the same people. So that's one of the things I am actually excited for.
And I'm sure everyone will be looking forward to that. Those matchups, you actually play them close to the opening day, back-to-back games with Kiefer, and then you've got a game with 30. So it's going to be very interesting when Nagoya plays Shiga, and of course, Nagoya plays Neo Phoenix. Ray, of course, the big question here is, how long do you intend to play in the Japan B.League?
God willing, to be honest, I signed a 1-year deal, but it really all depends on, how this, the team and the city, if they would want me back. And also figuring out the status right now in the Philippines because, the COVID situation is going on. I know it's tough and it's very unpredictable. So right now, time is ticking in a sense where I feel like I'm getting older. I'm close to 30. I'm 28. I'm close to 30.
You're telling me, Ray, come on.
So the more that I wait, it's like, that's another year gone. That's another year gone. But then as for right now, I feel like I want to live in the present, live in the moment. And I love the city of Nagoya. I love the competition in the B.League. And I know there's great talent and it could only make me better. So right now, I'd focus on that and really see if how things work out this year. And like I said, management is great. I love them. They take care of me. And the, like I said, Coach Sean Dennis, he he's a mastermind too. So I can learn a lot from him. And yeah, so
That
that's
is
the
for
best
another
attitude.
topic. Obviously, this will not be the last of our
Definitely.
discussions as you go through your career in the B
Right.
League. You know, you said in an interview recently that the only thing sure about your career is that if Gilas Pilipinas calls, you will be there for the country. Well, that's
Yeah.
truly impressive. But I'm sure, and I don't want to touch on any of your plans with the PBA or any other league, but I'm sure that also means you're not burning any bridges, right?
Definitely not burning any bridges. And you know, one thing is the Philippines has a lot of great talent. PBA is a prestigious league, and you know TNT had their fair share also of their victories. Like I said, when I was young, I used to ride the bus to watch Coach Jimmy and all them guys play. So they have a great culture going around them too. But for right now, I have to just focus and hone in on stuff that I'm doing here. And when the country calls, especially, I love what Coach Tab is doing with the guys. I mean, it's the next generation, it's the young generation, and you're honing them and building them up in a sense of preparing for great things, which is 2023 and 2024. And as long as my team permits that, when the window is open, I would love to represent my country. And my heart, like I said, will always be in the right place. I know I'm Filipino. I know I'm true to my culture. I'm true to my country. And, right now it's time for me to represent our country abroad. And that's what I need to focus on as for now, because I know it's a big task of hand.
Well, before I let you go, you said months ago that you just want, and let me quote this well, I want to be able to sleep at night and be at peace. And a few days ago, you said you're finally in a happy place. Are you?
Yeah.
And
I'm
why?
I'm sleeping like a baby right now. But yeah, I'm in a happy place in the sense of like it's a new beginning. It's a fresh start, and it's a transition. So all I can hope for is that everybody from, of course, my country supports me, and if you may not like me or for whatever you perceive me to be, at least support me as a fellow kababayan that's working overseas. That's the biggest thing that I may ask, because we are all in this together, and I know that we have the heart and the passion and the talent for basketball.
Well, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. In the meantime, you better brush up on your Japanese. You better. I hope you enjoy Japanese food, Ray.
Oh yeah, definitely. I have no problem. It's one of my favorite cuisines, so I have no problem transitioning into the food here.
And
Love it.
I hope that you can also introduce your teammates to the Filipino food. Ray Parks,
Yeah.
I'm so happy to have you on the show. It's truly an honor that you gave us this your first appearance on television. And Power and Play is truly supportive of where you are right now. We're happy that you are in your happy place. Congratulations,
Well,
Ray.
I want to say, thank you so much. It's an honor and a privilege to be on your show. You're a father figure to me too. You're always a mentor, and you always been there for me and had my best interests at heart. Never doubted me. And, one thing I can say is that I appreciate everything that you do, and your voice is being listened to by millions across the world, and you can move waters with your voice. And I
Maraming
know
salamat.
and trust that you're on the right path, and I just want to commend you and honor you for what you're doing. I really appreciate you for your time.
Maraming salamat, Ray. All the best.
All right, ingat. God bless.
God bless. Po mga kaibigan, ang panayam natin kay Ray Parks Jr. in an exclusive interview, his first on-cam appearance since signing with the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Pambihira din naman ang kanyang kwento, and we wish him all the best. Para na rin anak natin yan si Ray Parks, kaya natutuwa tayo na he's finally back in basketball and in his happy place. Alright, tuloy-tuloy po tayo talking about happy. Here's another story that I'm sure makakatunaw sa inyong puso. Isa pong player na nagsikap na magkaroon ng pangalan sa basketball, hindi masyadong pinalad. He was a very talented player, but things got in the way. He lost his wife early, but he recovered. And today, he is one of the coolest and perhaps most successful players in the restaurant business. ang life after basketball ng ating inaanak din sa kasal, si Benedict Fernandez dito po sa Power and Play. Tama po natin ngayon, mga kaibigan, ng ating isa na talaga naman nakasama natin to for a very long time. At ngayon ay ako tuwan-tuwa na siya po ay may buhay na pagkatapos ng paglalaro ng basketball. Walang iba kundi si dating PBA player, Benedict Fernandez. Ben, magandang araw sa iyo. Mukhang nasa gym ka pa at nag-iensayo. Kamusta ka?
Yes. Okay naman, boss. Kakatapos lang din mag-workout. Kaya kailangan maging fit eh.
Oo nga eh. Alam mo, nung huli tayo ng inalagaan tayo doon at dinala tayo sa kanyang napakasarap na restaurant at pag-uusapan natin mamaya yan, Ben. Pero alam mo, isa kong napuna, hindi naman nung nakita kita. Kasi nakita tayo sa golf course, nakita tayo sa restaurant mo, nakita ko rin ang mga IG posts mo. Alam mo, parang ang saya-saya mo.
Yes, boss.
I mean, ito bang parang are you in that state na talagang dahil sa pamilya, dahil sa career, masaya ka?
Yes, boss. Actually, masaya talaga ako ngayon dahil parang nasa life ako na pinagdaanan ko na lahat eh. Kumbaga, pag-usapan natin yung buhay ko, parang nakwento ko nga sa iyo before, parang maalala mo kaya yung dating niya eh. Talagang roller coaster. From basketball career hanggang sa personal life, talagang pinagdaanan ko ng lahat. Yan naman, boss. Kaya ina-enjoy ko talaga.
Well, pag-usapan natin ang basketball career mo, no?
Yes.
Of course, naglaro ka dyan sa Baguio, ng high school, then napunta ka sa FEU,
Yes,
sa
FEU,
paglalaro mo sa college, and you were one of the most promising naglaro para sa Tamaraws, and then na-draft ka sa PBA back in 2009. Pero yung career mo as a pro, naglaro ka sa ABL, including nung nagsama tayo sa San Miguel, yung career mo as a pro was short-lived. Bakit ang aga mo nag-retire?
Actually, buhay ng basketball talaga is walang kasiguraduhan yan. Especially na nag-start ka palang gumawa ng pangalan sa professional basketball. Then, after that, nag-stop ako kasi hindi ako naka-firma ng contract sa Alaska. Then, sabi ko sa wife ko before na kailangan natin ng plan B. Then, nag-decide kami na mag-put up ng business sa Baguio.
Pero yung panahon na yon, Ben, nung gusto mo pang mag-basketball at ikaw pa yung naglalaro, in fact, after the PBA, nag-ABL tayo, and of course, kasama ka namin sa championship run ng SMB.
Yes.
Ben, yung ba namimiss mo kahit paano yung mga araw mo sa paglalaro?
Yes, sobra, boss. Bali, yung time na yun eh. Sobrang frustrated ako sa buhay noon. Actually, nung may business na kami, hinahanap-hanap ko talaga yung basketball. May magtatanong sa'yo sa labas, Idol, saan ka na? Ganito, bakit may maririnig ka? Ba't ang aga mo nag-stop? Aga mo nag-retire? Then, yun yung mga point na lalo nakaka-frustrate. So, hanggang sa na-enjoy ko na rin na magkaroon ng business, na-adapt ko yung point na parang sa buhay ko is i-give up ko na. Pero
kumbaga tanggap mo na yun.
Yes, tanggap ko na. Yes, pero hindi pa rin ako nawawalan ng pag-asa dahil first love ko talaga ang basketball. First love talaga yan.
When you were playing, Ben, ano yung most memorable moments mo? Alam ko na hindi naman masyado matagal ang paglalaro mo as a pro. Pero still, I'm sure ang dami mong nagawang mga experiences na hindi mo makakalimutan.
Yes, actually, yung nag-Europe year ko, nag-champion kami sa UAP 2005. Ako yung isa sa rookie na nakakatulong, pasulpot-sulpot ng mga minutes. Pero at least, may contribution ako. Masaya ako noon kasi iba talaga yung feeling eh. Na naglalaro ka sa college, yun talaga yung pinaka-best feeling. Then, nag-champion ako doon. Best feeling ng isang players yung makapag-champion. Naka-apat din ako sa Harbor. Naka-apat ako ng championship. Under kay Boss Mikey. Yes.
That's right.
Hi pala kay Boss Mikey.
Oo, syempre. At nanonood si Congressman. Alam mo, laging nakasama nga natin siya dito. But alam mo, Ben, okay, natapos ang career mo dahil hindi ka nga na-sign up na. And again, the frustration came in. And sabi mo, nagsimula ka ng magnegosyo. At that point, were you ready to retire? Handa ka na ba emotionally, psychologically, at financially? Handa ka na ba nung panahon na yun mag-retire?
Actually, boss, hindi pa eh. Naglaro pa ako sa Baguio talaga every day. Ay yung frustration ko na makapaglaro sa PBA o bumalik sa PBA, nakikipaglaro ako sa Baguio. So lahat ng mga invitation doon, pinupuntahan ko. Nagtuturo ako ng mga bata na idol, paturo naman doon. Then nagput up ako ng camp, mini camp lang na tinuruan ko yung mga bata. Enjoy din magturo eh, pero talaga hinahanap ko yung basketball. Then in the middle of nakapag-put up na kami ng business, pumasok si Blackwater and Kia. Then inofferan ako. Then nakapag-isip ako, tatanggapin ko ba? Sabi ko doon sa wife ko. Then sabi niya, tanggapin mo, sama ako sa Manila. Sabi niya gano'n. Then sabi ko, focus muna tayo sa business. Sabi ko, mukhang maganda naman yung business. Eh. Then after nun, talagang sobrang swerte ng business sa akin. Yan yung sobrang swerte. Pero after nun, talagang, yun nga, parang tama sinabi nila, pag nawalan ka ng isang opportunity, may magbubukas sa bago opportunity, which is yung business. Then after nun, nagbukas, dahil sobrang swerte ng business, nagkaroon na naman ako ng personal problem, which is namatay nga yung wife ko. Yes, 2015. Kasi nag-open yung Grand Prix 2014 eh. Namatay yung wife ko and yung baby ko, nakunan siya. 1 month lang pagitan nila. Then talaga, parang gumuho yung mundo ko nun, boss. Hindi ko rin alam gagawin ko. Wala ako sa sarili ko. Kumbaga, umaandar yung restaurant ng hindi ako nagpapakita doon. Dahil sobrang, alam mo yun, parang bagsak talaga eh. Durog na durog ako ng time na yun.
Kasi ang wife mo nung panahon na yon was very instrumental sa pagtatayo ng restaurant mo at yun na yung Grumpy Joe's, di ba, Ben?
Yes, yung Grumpy Joe Restaurant. Actually, siya nagturo sa akin na mag-run ng business. Pero hindi rin siya kalayo dun sa paghahawak ng tao. Kasi before nung nagbabasketball ako, 2 years akong naging captain ball ng FEU. Then naging co-captain din ako sa ibang team. So same lang siya as running a business. You have a team to handle, then one by one turuan mo sila ng mga work nila. Then yun nga.
Puntahan natin yung Grumpy Joe. Kasi
Yes,
ito mga kapatid, ito po ang pangalan ng restaurant ni Benedict Fernandez. Grumpy Joe Restaurant. Yan po ay nasa sa Baguio at ngayon ay meron na siyang branch sa ibang lugar. Ben, unang-una, paano nasimulan ito? Paano nasimulan itong Grumpy Joe? Saan ka nagkaroon ng idea at paano nyo pinalago ito?
Nag-start to nung yun nga, nag-put up kami ng business plan B ng wife ko. Dahil nag-stop ako sa pag-basketball. Kailangan namin magkaroon ng another income. So, nag-try kami. Investment, sugal, kumbaga. Hindi kami natakot sa mugal. Nag-invest kami. Kinausap ko yung uncle ko, which is yung chef namin, na magpo-put up kami ng business. Then, tinulungan niya kami. After noon, nag-boom. Nag-boom siya, nag-boom. Then, after noon, yun nga, sabi ko sa'yo, may problema sa life ko na nawala yung wife ko. And after nun, nakilala ko yung partner ko ngayon, which is si Michelle. Siya yung tumulong sa akin. Siya yung bumuo sa akin noong time na yun. Kumbaga, pinick up niya ako pieces by pieces para bumalik sa pako na tinulungan niya ako. Wow. Then after nun, tinulungan niya ako mag-manage na ng business. She gave me the strength. Kasi syempre may ano na ako eh. Lalo ngayon, may baby na ako. Kailangan kumayod. Then yun, pumasok na rin ako sa franchising, Francorp. So, nag-aaral pa rin ako ngayon ng franchising, yes.
Nung tinayo mo yan, unang-una, yung Grumpy Joe ba is a original concept ninyong mag-asawa? dati?
Yes, yes. Original concept yan, boss.
Wow. And what kind of a restaurant is this? Para malaman lang ng ating mga tagapakinig at tagapanood.
Yes, Grumpy Joe Restaurant, we serve big servings of pasta, pizza, and rice meals. Affordable siya. Actually, pangmasa talaga. Pinupuntahan kami ng mga foreigners, ng mga estudyante, tourists, yan silang mga customers ko. Ayan, para si Sir Noli ang witness dyan, no?
Oo.
Nakita ng family
Actually,
niya.
totoo yan po mga kapatid. Alam niyo po yung Grumpy Joe Restaurant. Unang-una, very cozy yung lugar ni Ben at mapapakita natin sa ating mga video yan, sa ating mga litrato. Pangalawa, value for money po yung pagkain. Malalaki ang portions, napakasarap ha. Yung po kanilang mga sinisilbi and of course yung drinks nila pambihira. So talagang napakasarap. That's why, alam mo, nakakapagtaka na hindi to franchise, Ben, at talagang
Yes,
napag-isipan mo. Ang tanong ko, bakit? May kwento ka dito eh. Bakit Grumpy Joe? Yan, para maintindihan ng ating mga nakikinig. Bakit nga ba ang pangalan ay Grumpy Joe?
Yes, yung father ng wife ko kasi noon, talagang parang hindi siya umiti eh. So yung time na yun, naghahanap ako ng name. Wala akong maisip. So sabi ko doon sa wife ko, pwede naman siguro Grumpy. Kasi Jose yung name ng father-in-law ko eh noon. De sabi ko, in English ko na lang, Joe. So yung pinagdugtong ko, medyo catchy. So inan namin. Then sa Baguio kasi, meron na cowboy, mga kabayo, ang logo namin nun is yung cap ng cowboy. Yung hat ng cowboy. Yeah.
Kaya naging Grumpy Joe. So yung Grumpy Joe pala, yun ang dati mong father-in-law, ika nga, no?
Yes.
Ginawa mong pangalan ng restaurant. Hindi naman nagalit yung father-in-law mo, ha?
Hindi naman. Masaya din.
At tanong ko sa iyo, Ben, alam natin na ikaw naman ay nakapagtapos and of course, pero alam natin na tutok ka sa iyong career sa pagiging basketball player. Napaghandaan mo ba itong pagpapatakbo ng restaurant? In other words, ikaw ba after a while, nag-aral ka na ba? Nag-decide ka ba na ito na to, seryoso na to? Medyo tingnan ko kung paano ko pa mapapaganda pa ang servisyo.
Actually, boss, hindi ako ready dyan eh. Unti-unti lang pinasok kong pag-aralan dahil yung wife ko nung buhay pa, bedridden siya sa hospital. Mga 2 months. Then talagang ako ang gumagalaw, tinuturuan niya ako step by step, ganito, ganyan. So doon ko siya talagang natutunan. Especially yung pag-handle ng tao is yung pinaka mahirap sa lahat is yun nga, pag-handle ng tao. Kasi iba-ibang ugali, iba-ibang attitude. Kailangan mo silang i-align isa-isa. Mga problems, customer relation problems. Madami. Pero yung hirap naman, sobrang hirap. Kasi dumating din sa point na ako nag-grocery, ako ang barista, ako nagpupunta ng palengke, mamimili ng manok. Kumbaga yun yung mga workout ko na, bit-bit ka ng mga kilos eh. So talagang naging dishwasher ako, natuto rin ako magluto sa kusina. Talagang inisa-isa ko siya pag-aralan para ma-feel ko yung nararamdaman ng mga tao ko. At the same time, alam ko rin kung gaano yung pagod nila. Especially na si Grumpy, pinipilahan sa Baguio eh. Non-stop ang pila niyan sa Baguio, especially pagka weekend. So, kaya binibigyan ko sila ng mga incentives. Kailangan minsan alagaan din natin yung mga tao natin. Kasi sila talagang bumubuhay sa atin.
Meron ka bang natutunan, alam natin, nabanggit mo nga na ginamit mo yung karanasan mo as a team captain to run your business, lalong-lalo na sa pag-handle ng mga tao. But outside of that, yung naituro sa iyo ng mga coaches mo, natutunan mo sa paglalaro mo, meron ka bang nagagamit dyan sa pagpapatakbo ng negosyo?
Yes, actually, boss, meron talaga. Meron talaga. Malaking tulong yung mga coaches ko kasi binild nila yung character ko eh. Minsan, parang nilagay nila ako sa position na to, captain ball ka. Hindi rin ako ready nun eh, but kailangan kong maging ready sa moment na yon. Kailangan kong i-adapt kung ano yung binigay sa akin. So, gagawin ko ito. Kumbaga, opportunity. Hindi nga dumarating ang opportunity, paminsan-minsan lang. Pero once ang binigay sa'yo, dapat make the most out of it talaga. So, it's the same as business talaga. hindi mo siya pwede pabayaan kung binigay sa'yo. Especially na blessing sa'yo to. Ako, for me, boss, blessing talaga yung business na to na iniwan sa akin ng wife ko, which is masaya yung family ko ngayon. Si Michelle and si Vera, yung baby ko. Masaya kami ngayon dahil tinutulungan din nila ako na especially yung si Michelle, siyang parang nag-guide sa akin eh. Siya parang consultant ko sa mga decision ko eh. Malaking bagay siya para sa akin.
Well, nakikita ko nga yung mga Instagram post niyo ni Michelle at yung anak mo na napakasaya, and it's also promoting ang Grumpy Joe.
Yes.
Ben, ngayon nakita ko yan with my own two eyes na pinipilahan po mga kapatid yung restaurant ni Ben sa Baguio. How is your business doing, Ben? And of course, anong mga plano mo para sa Grumpy Joe?
Yes, yung business, boss, maganda naman. Happy ako na nakakatulong ako sa mga
Kahit sa
tao
pandemic,
ngayon.
kahit sa pandemic,
Yes,
Ben?
especially
Okay.
yes, okay, boss. Especially sa pandemic, happy ako na nakakatulong ako sa mga taong nawalan ng trabaho, sa mga taong nagsa-sideline sa akin sa mga deliveries. Sila yung mga main role na malaking bagay sa akin. Sila yung mga special na tao. Yung mga staff ko, talagang pinaghihirapan nila. Happy ako na nakikita ko rin sila masaya. Then yung plan ko is under negotiation ako sa isang pwesto ngayon sa Baguio, boss. So hopefully makuha ko yung pwesto na to. Yes, additional boss.
Oh,
Additional,
wow. And of course, you have another branch. Saan ba yung branch mo, Ben?
Hopefully mayroon akong counter offer kasi na hinihintay. So
Okay.
makapag-put up ako ng isang branch sa Baguio rin.
Okay. Pero sa La Union ba? O meron ka ba bang ibang branches? Meron ka bang pinaplano din dyan? O sa Pampanga? Sa Central?
Sa La Union, I have a branch here sa San Fernando mismo, city.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
so meron.
Oo.
Then, nagpa-plan din ako mag-put up ng business sa San Juan if ever na maging okay na sa San Juan na La Union.
Oo.
Then, maraming plans eh. Pero isa-isahin ko lang, boss. So, kasi gusto ko pulido talaga. Talagang pinag-aaralan ko siya para wala maging problema.
Very good. Well, alam mo, with the success na natatama mo, obviously, meron talagang buhay pagkatapos ng basketball. But any regrets na umalis ka ng maaga sa basketball at napunta ka sa negosyo, o ito na talaga ang, kumbaga, masayang buhay na hinahanap mo?
Yes, actually, natanggap ko na siya ngayon, boss eh. Wala na akong regrets ngayon. Masaya na ako. Then, ang advice ko na lang din sa mga ibang players, kasi pati sila nag-inquire nga for franchising sa akin. Parang sa mga ibang players, sa mga dati ko naging teammates, wag lang mawala ng pag-asa. Kumbaga, diretso lang, laban lang sa buhay. Kasi ako, witness, mga teammate ko, mga kaibigan ko, witness kung paano ko bumagsak. Witness din sila kung bago ako lumaban sa mga nakakakilala talaga sa akin. Then yun nga, nagbunga ng maganda to, boss. So happy ako sa nangyari sa akin. No regrets. Blessed ako. Nagpapasalamat ako sa Diyos sa mga binigay niya sa akin ngayon.
Well, I'm sure na dahil nga sa nasira mong asawa na ngayon ay tumitingin sa iyo mula sa langit.
Yes,
binigyan ka niya. And I'm very happy for you. Ako, ninong po ako na sa kasal ni Ben eh.
Yes, Kaya, actually, si Boss Mikey, ninong ko rin siya eh. Pero hindi na nakapunta na.
Alam ko kung gaano kasaya ka, and I know also how much you have been a family man at talagang, kumbaga ito ay gantimpala na ng Panginoon sa'yo. Ben, with the support of Michelle now and your daughter, the inspiration ng pamilya, and of course, mga kaibigan mong suporta ng kaibigan mo, I'm sure ikaw ay magiging successful. Maraming salamat sa panahon binigay mo sa amin, and I'm sure maraming na-inspire sa iyong
pwede
story.
bumate, boss?
Sure, Ben, go.
Binabati ko lang yung family ko sa Canada, si Mama, Papa, Kit, LJ. Sana okay kayo dyan under pandemic. And maraming salamat din sa iyo, Boss Noli, sa binigay mong opportunity sa akin na makasali dito sa show mo.
Maraming salamat. Anytime. Basta para sa ating mga kaibigan, and alam mo, itong tunay na leksyon na may buhay after basketball.
Yeah.
Maraming salamat, Ben. Ingat ka.
Okay. Maraming salamat, boss.
Yan po mga kaibigan ang panayam natin kay Benedict Fernandez, ang dating pro player ng Barako Bull, ng Alaska, ng Harbor, naglaro sa SMB, sa ABL, and of course ng FEU, na ngayon ay napaka-successful na businessman sa Baguio po. Bisitahin nyo Grumpy Joe, malapit na malapit po yan sa Rayray Park, yung kalye doon, yung paakyat patungo doon sa bilihan ng ube. Yun, puntahan nyo po, Grumpy Joe. Sulit na sulit yan, mga kapatid. Meron po tayong panayam sana para tapusin ang ating show. Kasama po ng arkitekto mismo ng New Clark City Athletic Stadium. Pero dahil sa time constraints, yan po ay ating ipapakita sa susunod na linggo. Again, it's very inspiring dahil yung pong ating New Clark City Athletic Stadium ay kasali po sa World Architectural Festival, dun po sa Best Sports Completed Buildings category. At sana nga po ay manalo yan dun po sa Oscars daw. Yun daw ang tinatawag na Oscars of Architecture na gaganapin sa December sa Lisbon, Portugal. So yung pong ating panayam with the principal architect, si Architect Royal Pineda, ay ating pong ipapalabas sa susunod na linggo. In the meantime, marami pong salamat sa mga nagpadala ng kanilang pulso sa ating pong katanungan. Yung dapat na ba magretiro si Senador Manny Pacquiao sa professional boxing at kung hindi naman, sino ang dapat niyang makalaban? Ito ang mga iba, babasahin natin yung ibang nagpadala dito. Sabi ni Roman Reigns on WrestleMania. Pati nasali sa WWE. Huwag mo nang gayahin, Senador, si Floyd Mayweather sa mga ganyan. Mula naman kay Mark Suba, isa pa versus Mayweather o di kaya si McGregor na lang. Mukhang blockbuster yan pero hindi talagang laban. Mula naman kay Coco, oras na, long overdue. Sabi niya, sana'y maging pribadong mamamayan na lang siya sa inaharap na may pasundot-sundot na activities na may kinalaman sa boxing bilang trainer or consultant. Kung gusto niya talagang makatulong sa bayan, pwede siyang mangasiwa ng mga charitable organizations. Alam po niyo po, si Senator Manny Pacquiao ay marami ng organisasyon na charitable, marami na po natutulungan. Kaya ginagawa niya na yan. Isa pang sagot, ito naman mula kay Buen Roy. Ang dapat daw na makalaban niya si Bongo. Isang round lang. Ang bira. Hindi, magkaibigan yan. Mula naman kay Alex, sabi niya, Manny has nothing left to prove in the boxing ring. Ika nga ni Bruce Buffer, it's time. Focus na sa public service and as promoter of future Pinoy boxing champions as way of paying it forward. God bless Senator Manny. You've truly done us proud. Isa pa, galing naman kay Fenlan. Sabi niya, Manny knows best for himself and besides, he always shares his blessing to others. Tama po yan. Talaga namang napaka-generous, napaka-matulungin ni Senator Manny. I want him to fight lightweight champion Josh Taylor. Manny needs to get back to his best weight class, the lightweight, to regain his knockout power from Argao, Cebu. Marami pong salamat sa lahat ng mga nagpadala at marami pang hindi ko na po mababasa muna dahil nauubusan na tayo ng oras. Sa akin po, ang akin lang pananaw dyan, ako handa na magretiro si Senator Manny. Sa akin lang po, of course, siya po nakakaalam kung kailan siya mismo ay dapat nang ihang yung kanyang gloves. Pero ako po, handa na dahil wala na po siyang dapat patunayan. Ang laban po ngayon ni Senator Manny ay laban para sa kahirapan, para po sa ating mga kababayan. Isang bagay ang gusto kong makita kay Senator Manny. Siya po ay manguna ng isang sports association. Ilang beses ko po nang sinasabi yan, I think he deserves to be a president of a national sports association. Kung ano man yan, hindi ko po sinasabing boxing o anumang NSA. It can be any other NSA. And then siguro po maging kinatawan ng Pilipinas para po sa International Olympic Committee. Because I believe Senator Manny has the stature, yung world stature para po maging kinatawan representative ng Pilipinas sa isang napaka-prestigyosong organisasyon katulad ng International Olympic Committee. Malay nyo, mangyari yan. Alright mga kaibigan, it's been a happy Saturday dito po sa Power and Play. And again, nagpapasalamat po kami sa lahat ng ating mga tagapagtaguyod and ang lahat po ng ating mga nanood ngayong araw pong ito. Magkita-kita ulit tayo next Saturday. Kagaya ng lagi po namin sinasabi, tuwing Sabado, bawal ang masungit. At sa lahat po ng ating gawain, ad maiorem Dei gloriam, all for the greater glory of God. Kami po ang 1PH Teleserbisyo para sa Pilipino. Happy Sports Weekend mga kapatid! More power, more play.
Welcome to the Gigalife. Your passions, your stories, your life, simplified with just one app. This is the future. The Gigalife in just one tap. Experience more Giga moments when you make the smart choice. With the Philippines' fastest mobile data network. How do I know it's T1? Simple, smart ako.